Good day, my name is Jadine Jenny Sonnekus, student number 193342, and I'm doing my SSH402 assignment SS1. I'm doing part 2, the video presentation of my family tree. I'm just going to quickly pull up my screen. This is my family tree 3 generations back. Unfortunately, all of my grandparents have passed, so we have very limited information. But my mom's side of the family had Philip and Sue Nofel. Don't know much of when they met, but they did have 5 children, including my mother, Jennifer Lee Sonnekus, who was born on the 20th of December, 1965. On my dad's side of the family, which is the side I know we got a bit more information on, my granny, Maggie Sonnekus, was born on the 6th of October, 1934. And she was born in Tambazimbi and later on moved to Joburg because her parents passed away, and she actually moved to family as she was one of 8 siblings, and later on worked there. Peter Steven Sonnekus was my dad's dad. He was born on the 23rd of September 1933. He was born in the Northwest and also moved to Joburg in his teens for work. They met in 1955, and shortly after they got married. They then had 2 children, Sonnet Naubuertus and my dad, Peter Steven Sonnekus, who was born on the 25th of December, 1961. My parents met in 1970s, the late 1970s, and they got married in 1983. They had 3 children, my brother, Wesley Stephen Sonnekus, my sister, Jessica Lina Potgieter, and me, Jadine Jenny Sonnekus, in 1991. Yeah. We were talking to my dad mostly because that's about the best information we could get, and we found the biggest differences were obviously with electricity, where my grandparents had little to none, especially when they were kids. They had very small, few stores, and their most common transport was horseback, carriage, or walking, and obviously no technology. Later on, when my parents were children, they did have some electricity and gas, and also some fire products or equipment that they needed to use. They did have small and a few big stores. Their transport was more motorized, such as bikes, cars, trains. They also walked and bicycles. In terms of technology, they did when they were older, there was TVs that came out. They did not own one as kids, but they did have them around, as well as landlines, and a cell phone would have been like a ticky box where they would go and call from. Where us as children, we only know electricity. There were obviously lots of big and small stores everywhere. We started using a lot of planes, obviously, when we were kids. And as for technology, there's everything: technology, TVs, laptops, tablets, cell phones, the works. In terms of apartheid, both of my families come from poor or middle class families. So the biggest change or effect that had on the apartheid ending had on them was just the integration of the different races. In terms of financial benefits or anything like that, there were none. They didn't come from a family of any kind of wealth. Even now, we are still in the same middle class, financial class, as they say. We will actually be, me and my sister and I will be the first generation to graduate or be university graduates from our whole family tree. I don't think apartheid would have, if it didn't end, would have had any impact in my life, other than the fact that as being a woman, I probably wouldn't been able to finish school or go to university. other than that, apartheid had very little to no impact on us other than race integration. Thank you very much.